In 1961, I was hired by Hollinger, the big gold producer of the area, to look for various gold deposits, and was somewhat successful. My next employer was McIntyre, which was Hollinger's big rival, right next door, and they gave me what became my PhD thesis, a mission impossible. That was to use geophysical techniques and thereby determine the underlying geology of the territory north of Timmins, where there is no outcrop. And therefore I became not only fairly proficient with the geophysical interpretation, but also extremely interested in the technique and the setting of the ore bodies. This biased me to look for gold in other settings in the area. And I think I've found some, but by far the most promising is the Lake Abitibi area because of the present known gold occurrence in the lake, or in an island in the lake, and the available geophysical maps, which apparently no one else has access to, which were given to me by the discoverer of the method, and also the recent publication of highly detailed government maps, which greatly increased the knowledge of the geology of the area. The first discovery in northeastern Ontario was on an island just here in Lake Abitibi in 1906. And the same year there was a chain of discoveries in the islands in here. And you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that if these structures exist down here, and there are islands that are loaded with gold, then there's a cause and effect, there's a spatial relationship. Those structures are important for gold mining. This was a century ago. The area has remained virgin ever since. And when Andre and I went to Kirkland Lake and searched the records to see what work had been done, no work had been done. If you search these records for any spot in Ontario, there's an absolute diarrhea of work that's been done. None has been done in here. And this was too good to be true. Here's the indication of the structures. Here is the indication of gold. Here are the geophysical survey techniques that can be used. Nobody has used them. So this led to staking this block of claims, which is a red rectangle. The AFMAG is pointed the way to the area of value. The magnetometer surveys, these things, have pinpointed within that area of value several zones that are of interest, of tremendous interest. The ground surveys will define those to the point where you can put a drill hole in them. In the claims themselves, there's a lovely little plug of granite that is almost certainly the same sort as is the volcanic feeder in Timmins, beside which the Hollinger and the McIntyre Mine are clustered. That to me is exciting. And we have done ground geophysical data and verified, insofar as we can without sampling the rock, that it is in fact there. And it has associated structures which may be quite exciting too. So all in all, every time we turn around, we've discovered something about the Tangcoh claims that we did not know before, but which is very, very important. We have the AFMAG results saying this is a good area. We have the magnetic results that say this is a damn good area. And why nobody has grabbed it and spent $10 million on it, I have no idea. If I were the manager of a large exploration company, I'd say, give me the money, I'll bring it to life. Considerably more work is warranted in this area. Everything done so far verifies that the interpretation expressed about the property is accurate. That the targets, the more work we do, increase in quality and number, and therefore appeal. So my own feeling for this area almost surreal is that you can see from the staking in this area that it is a very hot area. People, every square inch of these townships is staked, which means why on earth was this area left untouched? And that to me is I almost used the word miracle as too strong a word. It is Tangcoh's good fortune that they could get 100% ownership of the very large area of ground in an extremely important area in northern Ontario. I cannot, as a consultant and an independent consultant, I cannot praise it highly enough.